Welcome to 843 TV. I'm your host, Will Wareham with WHHI-TV.
I'm Takia Smith, and we're here at Bridges Preparatory School. We're joined by Dr. Nick Ethamitis, head of school.
Our second guest is Ms. Dee Matthews, who's a member of the board of directors here at Bridges Prep.
We're also joined by James Corbin, parent and board member. Stick around for more 843 TV,
where communities come to speak.
WHHI-TV, TV, where Bluffton comes to speak.
Where Spring Island comes to speak.
Where Hilton Head Island comes to speak.
Where Beaufort comes to speak.
WHHI-TV, TV,
where communities come to speak.
Good morning and welcome to 843 TV. I'm Takia Smith and I'm joined by host Will Wareham. We're here at Bridges Preparatory School in Beaufort, South Carolina. Bridges Preparatory School is a state-funded public charter school, and I am joined by James Corbin, Dr. Nick Ethamitis, head schoolmaster, and Dee Matthews. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Dr. Ethamitis, you're the new head of school here at Bridges Preparatory. Why don't you tell us a 2-minute information introduction about who you are?
Well, I'll be happy to. I'm Nick Ethamitis. I'm entering my 44th year in education, 32nd year in administration. So I've got 12 years of teaching in schools from 400 to the largest school at 3,500 when I was a principal in New Hampshire. I've served on the main principals board as a board member. I'm on the advisory to an international school in Vietnam, and I'm thrilled to be here. I've been married for 44 years. When I got married, I started teaching, so it's been a great run in both things. I've got 2 grown boys that are doing fabulous, and I'm very happy to be in Beaufort.
Good.
Fantastic. We're glad to have you. Ms. Matthews, as chair of the Bridges Board of Directors, I understand that you were kind of influential in hiring Dr. Ethamitis.
We met Dr. Ethamitis when we were looking for a new head of school, actually a year and a half ago.
Okay.
It was at a point where, we were interviewing for someone. He was the choice. We had a split board, and we had several candidates, but we love so many things about him. He is innovative. He really is just a natural leader, and there's something about that. I think I've been in education for a long time. You know those things, you see them, you sense them. And when you find that natural leader, you know that it's not someone who has to play the Pied Piper or say, follow me. It's someone you follow because the examples and the leadership that the road they take is the one you want to go down.
Absolutely.
Even when it may not be the most traveled, you want to go down it, yes.
Yes, leadership by example, yes?
Yes, and to this point here, we were so grateful when he came. We tried to get him a year ago, and he had signed a contract with his school, so we patiently sort of waited, and so it came to fruition, and we're most excited to have him.
Fantastic.
That's great. So Dr. Ethamitis, in your first month here or so here at Bridges, what has impressed you the most?
Straightforward, the dedication of the people. It's an amazing to watch a group of professionals in an organization so passionate about what they do. That was one of the things that struck me when I interviewed, that they're willing to overcome any flaws or problems, and they pull together. I'm talking about from bus drivers to staff to board. It's an amazing group of people that 100% committed to this school, and that's what attracted me, and that's what's been the most standout feature so far.
That's great. That's great.
So, Ms. Matthews, can you tell us a little bit about Bridges is a state public charter school. How does that differ from like a public school in our area or a private school? What's the differences or the similarities between
the primary factor is that we do not get the same funding as the public schools. We get state and federal money, as all schools get, but we do not get any Beaufort County tax money. We don't get any, none of that. So our per diem or our per student ratio is much less, about half of what the other schools have. We have, other than that, I think probably there's a couple of very positive things about it. We are a school of choice. They can choose to come here, and we have students that come from Yemassee, from all over Beaufort. I mean, we have them from every direction.
There's no geographic boundary.
There's no geographic boundaries. We actually could accept any students in the state,
In the
but
state.
with yes.
Right.
So with that being said, we do have the ability for students to have a choice. And I think that's one of the, if you're around a lot, that's one of the things you will see, and one of the things that lights my fire. The students love it here. It is probably, as far as a charter school, we probably have the most diverse population of any charter school in this state. So it's not, it's not that we seek any one ethnicity or culture or anything. We are actually open and readily accept all, and I think it's what makes us so well-rounded. And as I said, the children love it. We have a great staff. I mean, we have a wonderful leader.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And just to be clear, this is not a private school wherein there's a tuition, right? This is free school.
No, and the only thing, if I had my wishes, it would be that the Beaufort County would decide, hey, you're doing such a good job in educating these children, we'll give you a little bit extra.
Right. Now, how do you bridge that gap between, what with the funding that you receive and what you need?
First of all, we really do have to be frugal with our money,
Yeah.
and we are, and yet I will tell you that we compete very handsomely with the other districts as far as teacher pay.
Right.
We are very good at seeking that human capital and maintaining to retain it. And so we are careful where we spend our money. We look for, I guess you'd say, just like in any household budget, we look for the things, everything that is needed, is here. And otherwise we budget. We do some fundraising. We have a wonderful PTO that has outstanding, I mean, they have been outstanding, and they give it all back to the school. We have an annual fundraiser, the Shrimp and Grits Festival.
Yes.
And it, I mean, it has grown. They have tripled what they have made in 3 years.
Really?
So it's really good. And they have all sorts of fundraisers throughout the year. We are actually on the brink, especially as we embark on some new things, of a capital expenditure fund, of finding a business development director that can help us and help Dr. I and Dr. Ithamidis
It's okay.
in that.
Dr. I like
yes,
it.
in that capacity. So we really, thus far we've done very well, and we maintain, I guess as other districts call it, their slush fund, because I've
Gotcha.
been in them.
Yeah.
So we maintain the money that we need should any emergency come up.
Very good. We got to take a short break. Thank you all. Can you stick around for another segment?
Sure, thank you.
Stick around for another segment of 843 TV. Welcome back to 843 TV. We're here at Bridges Preparatory School, and we're on we're on Boundary Street, right?
We are.
In downtown Beaufort. Dee, can you tell us a little bit about Bridges campus now that you're expanding into the high school grades?
We are outgrowing. We are bulging at the seams, I would say. And
Yeah.
we do have 3 campuses.
Okay.
We have Celadon, which houses the kindergarten and first grade.
Yeah, that's over on Ladies Island,
On
right?
Ladies Island, exactly. And we have, of course, the Boundary Street campus that we're in today, actually in a 2nd grade classroom.
Okay.
With that houses 2nd through 6th.
Here on Boundary Street?
On
2nd
Boundary
through
Street,
6th?
yes.
Okay.
And then Green Street, which is the Green Street Gym on Haymar and Green Street, houses 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Okay.
So, and we will grow, and we have grown. We started out, we've added grades as they come, 7th, 8th, 9th. We are in our first year of high school. So we do plan and will have K through 12.
Okay.
It's worked thus far because we've had the community support. We'll be here for another 2 years, probably. We are building a new campus.
Go ahead.
We're building a new campus, and at that point in time it will house K through 12. But at this point we will be here in downtown Beaufort at least through the summer of 2018.
Okay.
Okay, great. Well, James, you've been working closely with the architects and the real estate people. How are you doing finding a good site for the future site of Bridges Preparatory School?
Well, it's been a tough search, but thanks to the hard work of Marty Miley, we have been, we had several options, and we're exploring one right now, and we've got several other options if that didn't work out. But it looks pretty good, and I think we'll have something good shortly.
Are y'all looking to stay in Beaufort?
We're looking to stay in the Beaufort area, yes.
Okay. And can you tell us a little bit about how the $10 million loan that I understand you were instrumental in acquiring might play into this new campus plan?
The $10 million loan, without it, there probably wouldn't be this
Right.
picture of a new campus. Yes, we did. We filled out USDA personnel, and especially Nikki Toombs, who's a region in Walterboro. They have just been phenomenal with us. They worked with us. We put it together. We were determined. I will tell you that we would, fill out everything. There's a lot of reports that you do in getting it, but we were very excited when we received it. And to play off of what you had asked James, I can tell you that we do have a site that hopefully within the next 10 days we will be able to announce and give all the details. It is roughly about 28 acres. And what really instilled in us, we're making some changes to our USDA loan at this present time with the blessings of USDA and actually with their encouragement. But if our present plan was to build a new K through 8. And so obviously, first of all, here at the Boundary Street, we were planning on staying here and renovating this to K through 8. We had some problems with, traffic study and parking and that. So in searching for something that would fit, we decided that we would do the K through 8. K through 12. When we got to that point, we also understood that finishing this part of it would be should be complete for the students to enter in August of 2018. However, at that time, our high school would be juniors. So if we did not sort of backtrack and do some additions to that, so we are in the process of getting more money from the USDA to complete the K through 12 because we want those seniors to have a school to graduate from.
No, absolutely.
Great. Dr. Ethamides, what are the main qualities that you hope to put together in the school site?
Well, it's got to be meeting the educational needs of kids. And the beauty about this is that we can build a facility with that purpose in mind. We're not trying to fit that purpose into a facility not designed for it. So I have a vision of what that school already looks like in my head.
Great.
Especially now that it's going to be K through 12. And we've talked about it's going to be a beautiful building. What happens inside the building is not dependent on the physical structure. You can get good teaching anywhere at any time. But I'm a firm believer that when kids walk into a building, when parents walk into a building, and community walks into a building that is beautiful, clean, modern, it sends the message about the value you're placing on education. So it can only uplift what happens in that building. And so that's the beauty of building something from the ground up, designing it around what you need, and making it a warm and inviting and educationally beautiful school.
That sounds great. I can definitely hear the passion.
Oh yeah,
and see
we
the
got a few goodies in mind about
Yeah.
what that will look like and function, and the kids are going to play a role in certain aspects of that school in working with the architects. So we're very excited.
Great.
So when you think about a new school site, obviously we're in 2016 now, and technology plays a huge role in your facilities, right? Is that something that you all are obviously have in the forefront of your thinking moving forward with this new facility, and how you can make sure that you arm your students with all the latest technology available?
Well, the building will be designed with an technology infrastructure for the 21st century.
Right.
And by the time we build it, it might be a little outdated. but and we have people like James, who's like our educational IT consultant type person, and there's plenty of people in the community. So there will be a wireless infrastructure to meet those needs.
Absolutely.
There's no question about it. And again, that's the beauty of being able to build the building. You're not trying to fit something in. You make it part of the integral structure of the building.
Build it on in.
Yep.
All right, very good. All right, we need to take another short, quick break, but we will be right back for our final segment of 843 TV.
Welcome back to 843 TV. If you are just joining us, we are here at Bridges Preparatory School, which though only opening just a few short years ago, has already doubled in enrollment. This year you add 9th grade. What kind of challenges does the high school level bring to Bridges Preparatory School?
Probably the greatest challenge is being able to compete with everything that goes on in the local high schools, and some of them are the icons. With that being said, we, like other schools, will brand our school. And with that, we will open up an avenue for these students to have advanced classes, to have dual certifications through TCL, and hopefully with USCB as well. There are some other areas that we would like to consider and go into, which is expanding and having exchange programs, which Dr. Ithamides, it's one of the points that we love so much when we talk to him, so I would love to have him interject and add to that. But we plan on making sure that our students receive the education that promotes and gives them the ability to compete with anyone globally.
Yeah, right now we're small in numbers, and so what you can offer curriculum-wise and program of studies is limited by the staff that you have. And as far as extracurricular activities and sports, we're going to grow. But the biggest challenge right now for the 9th graders especially is the kids that have come here, 45 of them, bless their hearts, because they're committed to this school. And they know they're not going to have the same program of studies. They know they're not going to have the same extracurricular, co-curricular activities. They know that. But our job is to provide an educational experience for them that exceeds what they could do in other schools, and know that they will build on that every year. So by the time they graduate, be a full-fledged high school.
Let's talk a little bit more about the advanced placement and honors courses, because I know that that's, when someone develops a passion for a subject and really wants to focus, that's an important outlet for them to have. Is that something that, math and science is obviously huge here in an effort in the United States, because we're apparently falling behind. Is that something that you all kind of put as a top priority for your high school students moving forward, or for any student moving forward, as the advanced placement courses?
Well, our methodology is the Paideia methodology. Along with that, we also are STEM infused, and I think being STEM infused answers a lot of questions, and maybe even we should say STEAM infused, because it is science, technology, the arts, math. So those are things, and again, I think that Dr. Ithamides, as our administrator and as our head of school, can go into further details on that.
Well, we've already implemented honors courses for the 9th graders, so that's a done deal.
Good.
We will implement, the AP courses are valuable. I'm a strong proponent of dual enrollment courses because they can get college credit and high school credits. In my last school, we had 8 of our teachers certified from Syracuse University. So they actually taught Syracuse University courses in our school. Kids didn't have to travel, and they got Syracuse credits and credits. That's down the road, because the AP is great. It looks like great on a transcript. It's a wonderful curriculum, but there is something to be said to getting a college 3 credits.
Oh, sure,
or 4 credits. So that's in there. We're also very involved in project-based, and we've got an exciting project for the 9th graders this year. They'll be divided into teams, and they're going to be looking at aquaponics. And they're going to be developing a plan and researching and developing models with the idea of working with the architects by the spring to go to the board and make a pitch to build an aquaponics plant in the high school, and a functioning plant in the high school. But the kids have to take the initiative to do that, and our teachers will facilitate their learning, because they're going to learn. Nobody knows anything about it. So as the teachers learn, the kids are going to learn. And that's the type of environment we want for our kids.
That's great. I mean, it sounds like Bridges just has a wealth of education and hands-on and a lot of experience to offer the students. We've also heard that you plan to start an international study program. Can you give us a short description of that?
We're already underway. In my last school, we had 3 layers. We had an F1 program, which international kids could apply and pay tuition to come to our school. I've already submitted the application for that. We're having a site visit probably within the next 10 days to get approval, or hopefully get approval. And so by the next school year, we'll have international students paying tuition to come here. That's number 1. Number 2, we will be taking, I'll be proposing to the board that we do a cultural or exchange programs. In my last school, we had exchange programs in 8 different countries. And our teachers would go for 3 weeks, and then we'd host for 3 weeks. And we will also be looking at sister city schools in Vietnam, China, and Scotland and perhaps Spain that I have contacts with, because we send teachers. I'd like to be able to send teachers to China to help the Chinese understand how to teach an American style, which I've done before. We have partnerships in Scotland. Our teachers go to Scotland and they come there. The idea is that this is a global community, and this is the best country in the world. It has so much to offer, and international schools want to know what we're doing. And I want to know what they're doing, because if you go to Edinburgh Academy, it's one of the best academies in Scotland. They've got some wonderful programming and a different way of thinking. So I want to get my staff out there to find out what's going on. I want our kids to go abroad to find out what life in another country's like. And I want to put Buford and Bridges Academy as the face of the U.S.
Absolutely.
Because when a kid from China comes here for the first time from Chuncheon, this is what they think about America. And they go back, and that's what their memories are. And that's the long-term goal for that international program.
That sounds great.
Very cool. Well, that's great stuff coming to you from Bridges Preparatory Academy. James, Dr. I.D., thank you so much for joining us today.
May I add one thing?
Please.
So that people who are seeing this do know, we do have sports, because that is an integral part of what students want to do. We have right now volleyball, basketball, help me if I miss anything, James, soccer, baseball, we can have softball, cross country, and tennis. So basically, at this point, we have everything that can be offered in other schools except football. We do have the ability to allow, because they can go to a school they'd be home zoned or zoned to attend and try out for the teams that we may not have.
Oh.
So that's something that they are allowed to do. Whether or not we'll ever have football, I don't know, but I can tell you that at the new facilities, we will have a sports complex. That is one of the things that will be there.
Very good. Well, thank you for adding that. And thank you for watching 843 TV.
Where communities come to speak.